Hi there and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to share my journey with the Mike Mentzers Consolidation Program. This program is designed to target all the major muscle groups with just a few workouts and just a few exercises. So let's dive into this program. This program revolves around two main workouts, workout A and workout B. In workout A we have the deadlifts and dips, and in workout B it's going to be the squats and the close grip pull downs. Now some of you might be wondering, what about the absence of direct work for specific muscle groups like abs, forearms, biceps, triceps, shoulders even? Well, that's the beauty of this program. It helps you identify what your body needs. Misconception with this program and any program of Mike Mentzers, people think that it's the end all be all. It is this program. You have to exactly do what it says, and of course when you start with it you have to do exactly what it says. But you have to have a basic understanding of how your body works and the principles of heavy duty training. If you understand these principles, you can play around with the program itself, what should be. So here is my journey from month number 1 to month number 6. If you want all the details, go look all the other videos I made for every month, a video what I changed, why I changed it and how I changed it. Because at the end you have to change this program to your personal needs. You have to have the understanding of all the principles of heavy duty training, then you can play around with this program for your personal needs. There's no such thing as a one size fits all in any fitness programs. Also not in this one. So after 1 month of training this program, I noticed that my calf muscles were shrinking. They were getting smaller. So there are enough people who say, well, you don't need to do extra calf raises or calf presses. When you do the squats, it works your calves. When you do the deadlifts, you work your calves. If you do a leg press, you do your calf training. And in my case that was never like that. I knew this already. I knew that if I take out my calf exercise that I'm going to regress. And yes, after 1 month I lost already ½ centimeter and it went further and further, so I had to stop this. So what I did was simply put a calf exercise in there. During month number 2 and number 3 I also noticed that my lats were not getting enough stimulation from the chin-ups. It was with the deadlifts enough, but not so much for the growth. Just noticed my strength was not increasing with the chin-ups. Something had to go. Back in the day I was already experimenting with a pullover that I created myself. I show this in the video here how it looks like. And with this pullover I had already good results with my lats. So what I did was take the pull-ups out and put the pullover in. But then comes the question, what about exercise for your biceps? Because with the pullover you do not use your arms. That's the strength of the pullover, but it's also, in this case, it's a little bit of a negative. But that's why I included a dumbbell curl to fix that problem. So for the other months I was already even more fine-tuning. I wanted to find out that, okay, now I put in a dumbbell curl for my biceps. They were growing again. And what about my triceps? Because the dips, it worked wonders for my backs, for my shoulders. I really felt the side of my shoulders. I don't know if you see this in the video here, that I can't find the right angle, but the side of my shoulders and the front was growing, and it was purely only from the dips. But I noticed also that the side of my triceps, this sticky thingy, that was growing as well. Not so much the long head, which of course when you see the long head, that makes the shape of how big your arm looks outside also, but it's the long head that makes really the bulk of your triceps. So the dips were perfect for my backs, shoulders, outside head. And I was experimenting with an exercise that I fell in love with, well, 30 years ago, and it's the lying triceps extension, also known as the skull crusher. So after including the skull crusher, my triceps start growing like weed. So that was already a positive thing. So my program started to evolve already in a more complete workout without still training the side delts, without doing a second exercise for chest, what I was always doing. I was always doing a fly movement and a press movement, and now I know the dips is enough to make my chest grow completely. The dips is enough to work my shoulders for the front and for the side, outside head of my triceps. I do not have to do any exercises for those anymore if I choose to. But here's the problem. The problem was my shoulders. In my former videos I addressed it already, and it's not, I had a problem with my shoulders, the muscles, the attachments. This part here, this started to hurt here, and it's not the shoulder joint, it's not, I really felt that the muscles were overworked, because now I was doing, of course, the dips, heavy dips that worked my shoulders, the pullovers worked my shoulders, the lying French press were doing my shoulders. And at my work also, I have a heavy physical job. I use my shoulders a lot. So all these things combined were just too much. Doing an A workout where I did the dips and worked my shoulders, and doing a B workout, which I used the pullover and the deadlifts, were also targeting my shoulders a lot. And then in the meantime, I was doing my daytime job. That was just overkill. So I had to go back to the drawing board, and I came up with this. My ideal program at this moment, because it can change anytime, but at this moment I feel that every muscle group is being trained sufficient that it all comes together. So workout A, I do the dips for my chest, shoulder front, shoulder side, outside head of my triceps, pullovers purely for the lats, work also a little bit my shoulders, but lat exercise. Deadlifts, which work my lower back, mid back, upper back, traps, forearms for the grip. Dumbbell curls, of course, for the biceps. Lying triceps extension for the long head of my triceps. And of course also, because in fact, when you do a tricep extension, you cannot train them separately, but you can alter the head a little bit, the tension of the head a little bit. And when you do a lying triceps extension, that's an overhead extension, which works more the long head. Calf raises, I had to include them, and my calves got bigger again. Sissy squats and leg curls. I do the sissy squats just purely to work only my quads, and because of that I have to do the leg curls also. I can alter, of course, do some squats again, just alternate, but in fact if I do calf raises, the sissy squat purely for the quads, I have to do a leg curl for the hamstrings. That's a complete leg workout for me. So here you have it. This is the result. No, of course not. You want to know, of course, the end results. How much weight did I win? How much size did I gain? Well, here it comes. So now, after 6 months of experimenting and making the right adjustments, let's delve into the results. So when I began, I weigh in at a 80.6 kilograms, that's about 177.3 pounds. That's a bit of an average. I weigh a little bit more, weigh a little bit less, so this is the average of the weight that I was weighing. And currently, now 6 months later, I'm at an average of 82.8 kilograms. That's 181.7 pounds. Somebody already said so, that I looked a little bit smaller now and not so vascular. But when I started this journey, it was still end of the year, end of the summer, let's say, so it was still warm. I was a little bit more tan than now. I'm now really white, so I'm holding a little bit more water because of the winter, so I look a little bit less vascular than normal, so the muscles also don't pop that much. So yeah, this 2.2 kilograms is 4.45 pounds. It's of course not pure muscle, it's a little bit of fat and a little bit of water. So how much exactly I gained, I don't know. If it's 1 kilo of muscle, that's already a lot. Don't forget, I'm 53. Next month I become 54 years old, so every little bit, and this is a little bit more than a little bit, gain is maximum. I mean, maybe not if you're beginning, but I'm not a beginner, right? It's I'm 2.2 kilograms heavier. Maybe from this is some water, a little bit of fat, because I really didn't gain that much fat, and the rest is all muscle. So let's talk about size. Let's talk about inches or centimeters, how we call it here. I started with my arms measuring around 40 centimeters. That was an average. That's around 15.7 inches. And now they are a solid 41.5 on average. Can be a little bit more, can be a little bit less. So that's 16.3 inches. That's about 1.5 centimeter size difference. And again, I'm holding a little bit more water. The fat, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but this is all the fat that I have on my biceps. So even if I gain something, we're talking about 1 millimeter of biceps fat. So my legs, I had to cut out my leg workout completely for a few months because I tore my knee. I wrecked it a little bit during my work, so I couldn't train my legs, so my legs went a little bit back, but they really revived. My legs measured 57 centimeters, 22.4 inches. Legs were never that big for me, always a big problem. It's in my family, that's a problem. I'm ripped on my legs. I mean, there's not much fat on it, but also not so much muscle. Problem. And now, 6 months later, without the 2 months of training, so I only trained them actually for 4 months, they are 59 centimeters. That's 23.2 inches. That's a lot of gain for me anyway. Calves, what I said already, they regressed. They were 38 centimeters. They regressed to almost 37. So I really had to train them, right? Because they're getting smaller and smaller. So that's around 15 inches. And now they're 39 centimeters, about 15.4 inches. So I gained even some in that regards. Chest girth actually, because yeah, what you do actually is not just your chest, it's also your lats. It's a whole combination, of course, that you're measuring. Started at 108 centimeters. That's 42.5 inches. And now they're it's not there. My chest girth is now 110 centimeters. That's 43.3 inches. So these results show that experimenting with the consolidation program and making personalized tweaks to the routine has yielded positive gains for me. And remember, fitness is a journey, and finding the right formula involves a bit of a trial and error. So have you experienced similar changes with your workout routine? How you do this? I mean, many of my guests that I'm interviewing now on my podcast, they have all kinds of experiences and they're always trying to find out the right way to train. They Do not just jump into a workout program and just keep on doing it while it doesn't give them the results that I think they deserve. They're always trying to figure out, well, if I adjust this, maybe adjust that, then maybe I get better gains. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. So thank you for watching.